These days, more and more people are silently struggling with one painful fear: losing themselves in the name of love. In today's world, where love feels intense, fast, and often overwhelming, many people are falling so deeply that they forget where they stand. We give our heart, our time, and sometimes even our identity, thinking that's what love demands. But what begins as connection can quickly turn into emotional dependency. And in the process, we lose touch with the most important person in our life: ourselves. You see, real love should never cost you your inner peace. But with constant messages, unrealistic expectations, and the pressure to always be perfect in relationships, many modern lovers are feeling more anxious than appreciated, more drained than desired. If this sounds familiar, you're not alone. The good news? There is a way to love fully without falling apart. You can stay grounded, balanced, and emotionally secure, even when your heart is deeply involved. In this video, I'll share 5 powerful real-world strategies to help you stay grounded when you love deeply. These are not just random tips. They are life-saving truths that can protect your soul, strengthen your bond, and help you build a love that doesn't shake your foundation, but supports it. So if you're ready to love without losing yourself, stay with me till the end. What you'll learn might just change how you love forever. Number 1. Loving too deeply. Read this before you lose yourself. Loving deeply is one of the most profound experiences in life. But when that love turns into obsession or dependency, it stops being healthy. Many people today equate deep love with sacrificing their entire identity. They make their partner the center of their world, neglect their own dreams, and slowly lose touch with who they once were. But here's the truth. You don't have to lose yourself to love someone truly. In fact, the strongest love is built when both individuals are secure in their identities. It's okay to prioritize your partner, but not at the cost of your own growth. Make time for your passions. Continue working on your personal goals, whether it's your career, your fitness, or your creative outlets. This not only keeps your life balanced, but also makes you more attractive and fulfilled within the relationship. In today's world, especially in the digital age, where we constantly compare our relationships to others online, it's easy to feel inadequate or like you're not doing enough. But the truth is, the more whole you are as an individual, the more stable your love becomes. You begin to love from a place of abundance, not desperation. Your partner no longer feels pressured to be your everything, and that removes a huge emotional burden from the relationship. You also avoid the toxic loop of constantly seeking validation. Real love means supporting each other's individuality, not smothering it. To stay grounded in love, remind yourself daily, I am enough. My life has value, with or without someone beside me. That mindset creates strength and a relationship that can weather any storm. Number 2. Don't let love break you. Stay grounded. When you're in love, especially in the early stages, it's natural to dream about the future. What your life could look like together, where you might live, what your kids might look like, and how you'll grow old holding hands. But while these dreams feel exciting, they can be dangerous if they disconnect you from reality. A lot of people today get trapped in these fantasies so deeply that they begin to ignore red flags, abandon logic, and overlook incompatibilities. And then, when reality doesn't match the dream, heartbreak becomes unbearable. Staying grounded means focusing on what's actually happening now, not what you're hoping might happen someday. Ask yourself, is your love reciprocated? Are your values aligned? Are you respected in the way you deserve? Many relationships break down, not because of lack of love, but because people loved the potential rather than the person. In today's relationship culture, where everything moves fast and expectations are set by rom-coms and Instagram highlights, it's easy to get caught in a dream and ignore the truth. Mindfulness is your tool here. Check in with yourself regularly. If you notice yourself overanalyzing texts or planning a wedding in your head when you haven't even had serious conversations, gently bring yourself back. Enjoy the moment. The laughter you share over coffee, the random texts that make you smile, the little acts of care, that's where real connection happens. When you're fully present, you become more observant, more intuitive, and more emotionally stable. You begin to love the person, not just the idea. That's how you stay grounded in a deep, meaningful, and realistic way. Number 3. Boundaries. Real love. Boundaries in love are not walls, they are windows. They let the right light in and block out the chaos. Sadly, in modern romantic culture, especially in situations of deep love, boundaries are often seen as selfish or cold. People think, if I love them, I should always be available. I should always say yes. I should sacrifice whatever it takes. But this mindset slowly leads to resentment, burnout, and emotional imbalance. When you love deeply, it's even more important to define and defend your boundaries, not because you want to push the person away, but because you want the relationship to last. For example, if you're someone who needs alone time to recharge, don't ignore that need just to keep talking every night. If there's a behavior that crosses your comfort zone, like jealousy, emotional manipulation, or disrespect, address it. Staying silent in the name of peace only causes storms later. Boundaries aren't threats to love. They are the foundation of mutual respect. In fact, partners who communicate boundaries clearly tend to have stronger trust and longer-lasting relationships. In today's time, where digital communication often replaces emotional intimacy, setting digital boundaries is just as crucial. You don't have to reply instantly, you don't have to share every detail of your life, and you certainly don't need to be accessible 24/7. Love doesn't mean control, it means freedom with loyalty. When you respect your own needs, you teach your partner to do the same. Boundaries teach the world how to treat you, and when they're set with compassion and clarity, they deepen the connection rather than weaken it. So don't be afraid to say no. Your love will thank you for it. Number 4. How to love without losing yourself. Modern love often glorifies phrases like, "You complete me," or "I'm nothing without you." But these expressions, while romantic in movies, reflect a dangerous emotional dependency in real life. The truth is, no one should be your emotional oxygen. Emotional independence doesn't mean you don't care. It means you don't collapse when they're not around. And that's exactly what keeps love strong and enduring. When you're emotionally independent, you bring emotional maturity into the relationship. You don't expect your partner to fix your every insecurity, regulate your mood, or constantly reassure you. Instead, you take responsibility for your emotions. You understand that both joy and pain can exist without blaming or clinging. In today's relationship dynamics, where ghosting, breadcrumbing, and emotional manipulation are rampant, being emotionally independent protects your heart without making it cold. You learn to set realistic expectations, to give love without demanding control, and to stay peaceful even in uncertainty. To develop emotional independence, focus on building your inner life. Learn to enjoy your own company, develop skills, reflect through journaling, and engage in self-care routines. If your partner is busy or distant for a while, you don't spiral into panic. You use that time to grow. You realize that love doesn't mean losing your emotional footing. In fact, the most attractive people are those who can love deeply and stay emotionally composed. That balance is rare and powerful. The foundation of grounded love is built not on neediness, but on two whole people choosing each other again and again. Be that kind of love. Number 5. Protect your peace. While loving deeply, in the rush of romantic intensity, many people forget the most sacred connection, the one they have with themselves. Love, especially in today's hyper-connected world, can become all-consuming. You're texting all day, planning meetups, sharing every detail of your life. And slowly, without noticing, your inner voice becomes quiet. You stop journaling. You stop reflecting. You stop asking yourself, am I okay? Am I still aligned with my truth? That's why the practice of pausing is vital. Not to distance yourself from your partner, but to get closer to yourself. Grounded love doesn't happen by chance. It happens by intention, and intention requires awareness. Take a walk without your phone. Meditate. Sit with your emotions, even the uncomfortable ones. Don't always distract. Sometimes you need to listen. When you reconnect with your inner world, you gain clarity about your needs, your limits, and your direction. In today's relationship culture, where constant updates and emotional highs are the norm, choosing to pause is a rebellious act. But it's a necessary one. If you feel yourself becoming too reactive, too emotionally dependent, or too distracted, step back. The strongest relationships are not built on endless togetherness. They are built on two people who know how to come home to themselves so they can return to each other with love, patience, and strength. Staying grounded means knowing that your relationship with yourself is the foundation of every other bond. Don't lose it. Protect it like your soul depends on it, because it does. At the end of the day, real love isn't about losing yourself. It's about finding someone who inspires you to grow without sacrificing your truth. It's not about constant availability, overthinking, or becoming someone you're not. Deep love becomes dangerous when it disconnects you from your inner balance. But when you stay grounded, when you protect your peace, and when you love without forgetting your own worth, that's when love becomes a true source of power. In a world where people often confuse obsession with devotion, your ability to stay rooted in your identity will set you apart. You will not only attract healthier relationships, but you'll also elevate the standard of how love should feel: calm, respectful, and deeply fulfilling. So remember, it's okay to love deeply, but never at the cost of losing who you are. You are not meant to disappear into someone else's life. You are meant to stand beside them with strength, clarity, and self-respect. If this message touched your heart, let it guide your relationships going forward. And if you found value in this video, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe to Powerful Stoic Way. Tap the bell icon so you never miss another video that helps you grow stronger, wiser, and more emotionally fearless. Stay grounded. Stay powerful. Stay you.